And we're going to take a look at the balancing act that every single person in this room is involved in. And every single person who crosses through your space is also keeping these things balanced. And the way this is going to work is your job is just to hold the stick and let the plate spin. It's just that easy. You just hold the stick, let the plate spin. If you hold it really tightly, it starts to not work as well. So just try to relax, but keep the stick up and the plate will spin. But as you see, after a while it does start to slow down. And then after it starts to slow down, it starts to wobble. And then after it starts to wobble, it will fall off. And you do have one other job. Your other job is to do this. You say this great word that most people don't like to use. You say, help! Help! And let's practice. Ready, set, help! Very nice. Most people do not like to ask for help. Because if you ask for help, it means you're not self-sufficient. It means that you need someone else, and we like to be solo. What most people say when things get dangerous here, they don't say help, they say, shit. And like if they've been to church, they say, holy shit. My point is not to be vulgar. My point is, you get what you ask for. So call out for help when you need it. This first plate, oh, by the way, each one of you could get this plate started. With a little bit of training, you could learn how to do what I just did, this motion. But your job right now is not to learn that motion. Your job is to help us remember that when things start to get a little rough, we ask for help. Of course, we also want to take initiative, but right now we're just focusing on asking for help. This first plate represents relationships. Our lives are built on relationships. Everything about, just hold it still. Just hold it. If you try to make it go faster, it usually falls off. No. What? She says, could you help me, please? Yes, I can. And relationships do need help. And if you need more help, you just ask. But it's not just relationships that we're balancing. We're also balancing home life. We're balancing home life. And if you bring up the idea of home life, you have to work on relationships. Because it is hard to live with anybody. And it's hard to not live with people. And home life is a little different because it involves personal space and chores and stuff. But there they are in perfect balance. Let's give them a hand. It's looking good. But it's not just relationships and home life that we're balancing. We're also balancing time. We have limited amounts of time. We often wish that we had more time to spend with certain people. Or sometimes we wish we had less time we spent with certain people. And this is a home life issue because we don't get enough time at home, or we get sometimes laid off and we have way too much time at home. But there they are in perfect balance. Let's give them a hand. It's relationships, home life, and time. But it's not just relationships, home life, and time that we're balancing. We're also balancing our health. Each person here has health issues. And this is a relationship thing. Because if you're with certain people, you sometimes lose your health. And when you're with other people, you gain your health. And this is a time issue because maybe if you just had a little more time, you could eat a little bit more healthily. And this is, of course, a home life thing because there's not enough time to get home and cook the way you want. But there they are in perfect balance. Let's give them a hand. But it's not just relationships, home life, and time. We're also balancing money. And money can make relationships fall apart. And we need to work, of course, on our health because money stresses us out. And money also can bring us the best therapy possible. And this is the time issue. If we can take time to live our lives so that we can use the right amount of money. And this is a hope, and I'll be with you. Home life needs money to survive. But in the end, somehow, we managed to get them all balanced. There they are. Let's give them a hand. And now we're going to collect them. You'll just launch the plate over to me. You hold the stick. There's relationships and home life and time and our health and money in the bank. Let's give those helpers a hand. Take a bow, helpers. Fine job. Good work. You can head back. Thanks so much for coming up. I appreciate it.